Afternoon. Welcome to another edition of Sunday Smoke. I'm Batman GA Outdoors. Steven at y'all again. Just wanted to come through and put a little something on the grill today. I got a few things I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a pork loin, some chicken quarters, and some sausage. I know I cook a lot of chicken and pork, just the way it is. I do cook a beef quite often, but with my household, especially with my wife's situation, beef is not always the best thing for me to cook in certain circumstances. But today we're gonna do a tenderloin and a whole loin, and we're gonna do some quarters and some sausage. Like I said, right now I'm just getting this old grill up and going, and I got the meat in the house right now in rub, just sitting there resting for a while. And we're gonna come back through in a little bit and get everything put on. So y'all stick in there. We'll see y'all in a little bit. All right. Light my fire about right. My logs catching up really good. Coals is burning. That's good. I like being able to move those racks and just play with this thing any kind of way. But I got the kind of fire in there that I wanted, so I'm gonna go ahead and start loading stuff up. First thing I'm gonna put on, I'm gonna go ahead and put on my sausages. I'm just gonna let them hang out up there. Kind of close to the fire. And then what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna take my pork loin and I'm gonna put my pork loin right in here. That rub smells so good. All right, and the last thing I'm gonna put on is my chicken. Only got about 5 or 6 leg quarters that I'm gonna put on. I have a lot of space, and that's good. Today I'm just indirect grilling / smoking. Oops. Tones don't want to play right today. There we go. All right. So I got my fire going the way I want it. Close this other side down. All right. Get her set. All right. We'll check back in with them a little later. Peace. Hope all y'all doing all right out there. It's a pretty Sunday. Sit here by this old grill and cook a little something for the week. Man, I tell you, last week, when we had the holiday, had the 3 days off, I was doing a fishing video. And me and one of my partners, we went to the little spot, the little lake up the way, where I caught a lot of crappie earlier this year. And we get up there and we fishing, and it's not a good day. It's super duper windy. This was on Monday, the holiday, Indigenous Day. And it is super duper windy up there. Caught one fish, had just a couple little small bites. But we sitting there, you know, trying to make a different plan of attack, and a guy walks up, a law enforcement officer, informs us that the property has been sold to somebody else, and he's there to put the signs up for him. He showed us the signs and informed us that we could no longer fish there. He said the game warden had been ticketing people there for the last few weeks. I hadn't been up there since I think the last time I went was like right at the beginning of summer, end of spring. So I lost that fishing spot. So as I'm leaving, I'm turning around in my truck and leaving, and here comes game warden. And the guy is right there by me at this point, and he's locking the gate. He's already posted the signs. He's locking the gate, and the game warden comes down through there just as I'm leaving. So I avoided a ticket right there. So I decided, well, I want to catch some fish. So I came to the little creek right back here behind the house around the corner, where I had caught those crappie earlier this spring also. And I started fishing at the bridge. There was another vehicle there when I got there. So I started fishing around the bridge. I had like a couple little bites, didn't catch anything. So I said, well, I'm gonna go on downstream to the little spot where I caught those crappie earlier this year. Man, I probably walked 100, 150 yards, bam, right in front of my face. No trespassing, no hunting, no fishing. 2 spots in one day that I lost. I was getting demoralized at that point, because I was checking my hunting out while we was at both places. When we ran up on the one guy at that lake, I was checking my hunting out. It must not have updated with the new ownership. So I did the same thing when I was back here, and I ran into that no trespassing, no hunting sign. I checked my hunting out, still the same ownership as before that's listed. I don't know if it just hadn't updated or whatever, but in any case, I don't like people trespassing on my property. So if I see signs that say no trespassing, I'm turning around, and that's what happened. So I lost 2 fishing spots in one day. That sucked pretty bad. I did do a lot of riding around and fishing that day. and I had filmed a lot of stuff, but at the end of the day, I was just so just kind of feeling, feeling away just because of those two spots. I had a feeling about the lake because earlier in the year, had fished out there with some people that were, I guess, gonna develop it, working for the property owner or whatever. I don't know what happened in that time frame, whether somebody sold it off or what. But this spot back here around the corner of the house, from the house, I didn't expect that to happen because it was owned by a big corporation out of Atlanta, and a lot of people fish this creek back here. So it just, you just never know when somebody decides to, not let anybody come on their property anymore, whether they're doing damage or not. It's totally up to them. It's just kind of weird though, because I know in this area, people will try to take over other people's property. They will put no trespassing signs on property that they don't even own to try to keep other people from going on the property and enjoying it in the same manner that they are. So I'm not saying that's what happened up here, but I will be keeping my eyes on this property behind the house where the creek is a lot more than I will the property up in Paulden where I was fishing, simply because there was law enforcement there and he was posting the signs. Plus DNR came while he was there, so not too worried or feeling too bad about losing that spot as much as I am not being able to fish the little creek back here. I'm just gonna keep an eye on it. Like I said, people will post stuff just so they can seemingly have it to themselves. But that's what it is, man. I was gonna go hunting, but I need to get some of that meat out of my freezer. I need to eat some of that meat, and I don't want to kill a deer, and I don't have no room to put it in the freezer. I know a lot of people that like to eat deer meat, and I could get them some meat, but I like to keep some in my freezer too, so I guess we better get to eating. But anyway, I just wanted to give y'all a little update on that. I don't know when my next fishing video will be. I may do a hunting video soon. I don't know. We'll see about that. It all depends. I've been seeing deer every single day, and I really ain't had the feeling of getting back in the woods like I normally do. My bow's sitting up there. I ain't shot it this year. I hadn't pulled my guns out to sight them in, and it's now rifle season here in Georgia. This is opening weekend of rifle season, so I hadn't did anything other than set up a ground blind and put in a water hole. That was it. I really hadn't did anything else as far as getting ready for hunting. So I don't know if I'm gonna hunt this year as much. If I do, I may go back home to Alabama and hunt, and also may go home to Alabama and fish, and I may film both of those if I go there. A lot of times what I'll do is during hunting season, I take my fishing poles with me to Alabama when I go hunting over there, because if I kill something in the morning, I'll typically fish the afternoon. Or if it's just, a morning where I'd rather fish in the morning, then I'll hunt the afternoon. So either way it go, I'm probably gonna film something going on in Alabama soon. But today, it's gonna do this loin, this chicken, and this sausage. Cook my meats for the week, for dinner for the week, and just see how that go. It's beautiful Sunday. It is real nice, so we just gonna sit out here and enjoy it. We'll get back with y'all in a little bit and show y'all what this meat looking like. All right, later. All right, let's take a look, see at everything. Woo! Let this smoke clear out a little bit. All right. Fire still look good down there. My sausages. Sausages look good. We'll move them down that way a little bit. Fire's still going good down there on that coal bed. I'm gonna show y'all how that's looking. Y'all might be able to see it. But I got that big coal bed down there with some log, with a log on it. Well, two of them, a small log and big log. But that's how I'm offsetting everything. So everything coming along pretty good. I'm gonna let it keep going. Fire burning real good. So let it keep doing its thing. And a lot of space between everything. And we'll come back and check on everything in a little bit. Just want to check on that fire. See how everything working out. The loin looking real good. Not getting any crazy burnt areas because it is offset. Little bit of browning right here on this end. That's all good. Chicken looking good. Sausage up there looking good. My fire looking good. I'm glad. So we'll check back in with this stuff in a little bit. All right, later. All right, so it's time to check on this stuff again. Let's look at this chicken first. Yeah, it's coming. Juice running up out of it. Yeah, chicken is juicy. I like that. And it's getting crispy. I like that. Yeah. All right, now let's see about this loin. It's looking pretty good. Turn it around though. That may be heavier than I thought it was. Heavier than it feels. And it smells so good. Fire down there still look pretty good. But I do need to rake it around a little bit. So another one of the things I like about this grill is the ability to get to the fire and stuff. Show y'all. I got a little flame trying to come back up. But I can get down there to that fire easy. And I can just get in there and move my coals around. Just kind of get the ash to fall off so the coals So it'll just be the coals exposed for the most part. Still got that one log, that one big log and that one little log is still what's going. And my coal bed looks great. Definitely not worried about adding any more heat right now because it's going great. Pull my rack back now. Just that simple. Real simple and easy to work. I like that. Got plenty of heat left in there. Meat still cooking good. I'm gonna put these sausage back down this way a little bit, let them puff back up a little bit. Then I'm gonna cut me one of those. Letting this chicken go ahead and do its thing. So I'll close it back down now. Everything looking pretty good. Man. Some nice crispy skin on that chicken. That's what I want. Chicken looking pretty good. Everything going pretty good. I'm gonna lay my sausage right there, but I'm about to cut me one of these. I'm gonna go ahead and get this baby closed back down and we'll check back in on it in a minute. All right, we're gonna use the old analog meter, and simply because I don't feel like running in the house, so I'm gonna use my old analog thermometer, and I'm gonna check the temp on this port. Have to let that sit in there for a while and see how that come up. See what we're looking like on it. Right now, that baby's showing right around 160, 165. Trying to push close to 170, but I'm gonna let it keep riding. Yeah, it's not tender up as much as I like. It's hitting 175 down there. Let's go straight in right here. Yeah, it's got a ways to go. Yep. So, pork got got a ways to go. Chicken, on the other hand, clean my meter off, and let's see about this chicken. See what this chicken gonna do. Right now it's coming up about 150. So it's still got a ways to go. It's passing 150. That was that piece. That one about 175, going on up close to 180. Okay. See about this one. Same thing, about 175, 180. Pushing on up a little more. Yep, that one about 175, 180. The chicken is almost there. I'm gonna move a couple pieces of it around. Chicken seems like it's doing pretty good. And move it. I think I'm gonna move it over here. Couple of pieces that were temping a little lower than I would like. It sure smells so good. The rub I used today, I used the same rub on the chicken and the pork. What I did was I took some Kroger Private Selection Memphis blend and some Kansas City blend, and I used them both. I put them both on, but I used a lot of onion powder also, so I got a lot of onion in there, and it smells so good right now. Smells so good. I hear my little lady, she done come back out here now. She had to go do some homework. So these sausages, they're ready. So what I'm gonna do is, I think I'm gonna move my fire around a little bit more. And then I'm gonna probably put that loin up on top and let it go up there. Hey, darling. So I think I'm gonna do that. Just a few things: sausage, some pork loin, and chicken. So I'm gonna go ahead, y'all, and I'm gonna stoke my fire up, and then I'm gonna put that pork loin up there on that top rack and let it go up there. All right, we'll come back in a little bit. Yes. Any of y'all doing a fall garden yet? I put a few greens and some seeds in this box. I can't remember whether I put all mustard in here or some collards too. I think it's collards and mustards in this box. But over here, yeah, collards and mustards. Mustard greens, boo. But over here in these boxes, I set out some collards a couple weeks ago. They picking up. They were looking struggle mode, but they are since taken off. Yes, darling.
Where's my tomatoes?
Your tomatoes are gone, boo.
What are they?
They're gone to next year. And then up here on the in-ground garden, I did collards, mustards, and turnips up here, and they growing. They growing everything. We ain't been getting no rain, so they're not as good as they could be. But I sprinkle a little water on them here and there. But we got collards, mustards, and turnips out here on the in-ground garden. Pete, get out of the garden, buddy. And down on this end down here, I got some. They coming. You probably can't see them good, but watch out, boo. But I got 3 rows of down here too. It's a lot more of them up here. They coming up better up there. Boop, get out. You're stepping on them, baby girl. But they trying to poke through down here. There's a few of them starting to come up in the rows. So as long as I can keep somebody little feet out of them, Everything might grow up. Got a few of them coming through. Pete, what are you doing? You ain't no different than her. You look at you tearing my Pete, get out, man. But yeah, they starting to grow. My little rose is trying to pick up down here and stuff. They trying to come along. And hopefully they'll all come along. I got the garden at the church pretty much the same way. I set out some greens over there a few days ago and then planted a few too seed wise. Hopefully they'll all come up real soon. But I hope y'all garden out there is taking off pretty good. I know some people ain't even put theirs in yet, and they said they were going to, and some already got their greens looking real good. I think I waited a little longer than I normally do, but I think it's going to be all right. Our weather looking like it may help them out a little bit. But anyway, we're going to get back to watching this meat. I just thought I'd show y'all my garden and ask if any of y'all got anything growing. We'll see y'all again in a minute. All right, y'all, I'm getting ready to wrap this cook up. My chicken ready, my pork loin, it ain't exactly the temperature I want it, but it's at a done level. It's done got all the smoke that I need on it, so I'm gonna wrap that loin up and put it in the oven on a decent setting, wrapped up in some foil, let it break on down a little bit more. It's not as tender as I want it to be, and I got a situation I gotta go get in the house for. So this is what everything ended up looking like. The loin, and chicken, and sausages up there. I flipped that chicken over for a few minutes to let it get some char on it, because I had it on one side for most of the cook. And chicken is all temping right around 185. So that's good for me, and it's all pulling back off the skin. So I'm good with that. So, yep, I like a little char on my chicken. So we're gonna get this in the house, and I'm gonna get that loin, put it in the house, go throw a little sauce on these leg quarters, and shake them around in there for a minute, and that's gonna be a wrap. Go slice up my sausages and get them ready to drop off in some beans and rice for later this week, because they cook the way I want them. Now I just slice them up and put them in some beans and rice. I cut a little piece off of that loin over there off of the side. It was a piece. Man, that is some flavorful stuff. Look at that juice. All that juice just trying to come up out of that sucker. Look at that. That is juicy. So that's looking pretty good, pretty much the way I want it. How it's looking on this side. Little char, not bad. Leaving all my seasoning on the grill though. I had to move it down over the open fire to bring the internal temp up some. So right now it's temping about 175, 180. That's where it was. So I'm gonna pull it and wrap it, stick it in the oven. I appreciate y'all coming along with me on this Sunday smoke. But we're going to do it again on another Sunday. And like I say, I'm going to try to get another fishing video out there before this year over. And it may be incorporated with a hunting video. But we'll see. I might find me a little spot around here that I can run up on me some creek crappie in another location. We'll find out though. But till the next time, I appreciate y'all watching these videos, and I pray y'all have a blessed week. Peace.